YouTube, what's happening? It is Saturday, March 29th, and we're going to start with the MLB because one, they start early on Saturday, start at 1 Eastern, and two, there are 15 games. Everyone and their mama playing today. All 30 teams are in action. You can see them there. So, a little recap of yesterday. Let me pull it up right quick so we can discuss. Yesterday was what, Friday? It was. There are the plays we took. I took these 9 plays. I went 4 right, 5 wrong. I got Edmund right because Edmund will always be right because he is the sweet prince of baseball. Athletics, almost at Oakland again, but the Athletics crushed. They won. Arizona won. And Brown did his usual. I'm going to do 6 innings. I'm going to get my 18 pitching outs, and I'm going to see y'all later. That's what he does. He just continued his trend. So everything else, what can you do? So this is why we straight bet. I'm going to tell you right now. Straight betting, I had a not the best day. If you parlayed, you had a miserable day. Don't do parlays. Mix in straight bets. Just try it, please. So enough of that. If you want the plays typed out or if you want access to the spreadsheets when they're ready, because they're not yet, you got to go to the HQ. So they'll be ready once we get to 5 and 10 games worth of data. So we have 15 games. Let's stop wasting time. Let's jump to the first game right now. All right, with 15 games today, we need to move quick, right? So because the first game starts at 1, we got to get this out. So Milwaukee, New York is our first game. 158, 8.5 is our total. Let's look over at the player props. We're going straight over there because that's how we see our pitchers. We got Max Fried Chicken going up against Nasty Nesta, which they're both in different uniforms. It feels weird. I'm not used to it yet, but hey, Nestor has facial hair now. Whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the matchup screen. So we're going to look at both of them. So we're going to start with Mr. Fried Chicken himself against the Brewers, against lefties. Max went 11 and 10 last year, 325, 174 innings, 8.5 strikeouts per 9. You see the basic information. We want to see Brewers versus left-handed pitchers. This is how they do. They have some that did pretty well. They have some that did not do so well. They didn't have many at-bats. 200's not good. Not many at-bats. 322. Their main batters tend to do pretty decently. So you can see all the information there. 8 home runs and 110 at-bats. All right, Hoskins, I see you. 6. Okay, cool. Let's flip it up. Let's go back up. Let's go Nasty Nesta versus the Yankees. Now, this one's kind of fun because he played for the Yankees, obviously. So not only are the batters going to know him, he's going to know the batters, but I want to see what Nestor's confidence looks like after last year because I don't know if it's still there. That man looked more shell-shocked than anyone I've ever seen in a moment than that man. So, oh, man. It was even put in the Discord chat. We talked about this yesterday, how shell-shocked this man looked against the Dodgers. So, let's see. Against lefties, you have the Yanks. Let's see what they do. 5, 1, 3, 4. You got everything good. Against Nestor, 1 for 4, 0 for 2. Nothing else is there. And I did not look at the other way around on this one. So let's pop back. Anybody play Max Fried? Hoskins has faced him 29 times with a 172 average. Yelich is 077 and 13. Yeah, 1 for 3. Nothing is really standing out so far. I think, yeah, if I have to pick something here, I'm not taking anything pitching wise. I'm just not. Let's look. All we have is strikeouts for Nestor. What is it? 4.5. That's it. That feels kind of low. That does feel kind of low. Whole season, how'd he do? He averaged 5.3 the whole damn season, so it's pretty good. Last 10 games, even though he was kind of low, he's still, yeah. Okay, cool. You could take that. Let's look at Freed. Let's go back to him. There he is. Let's see strikeouts. What do we got here? What is his number? 5.5. Oh, he only had 2 against San Diego. Whole season, how'd he do? He averaged 5.6 in the season. Not bad. Both of them are kind of I want to see what they do with their first game, but if I had to pick a side in this one, I'm taking New York. I'm going to take New York. I trust Max more than Nestor. I can't trust Nestor. So we're going to take New York money line. Next game. All right, before we move to the next game, I pulled up the Discord image this one of the members shared, and look at that man. Look at that face. That face is the face of shook. That's what it is. I need to see how he does before I put any hard-earned money on him. So sorry, I just have to. That was a career-altering moment for him. So we'll see how he does moving forward. Now the season's actually here. Moving on to the Angels and the White Sox. Dare I say the 1-0 White Sox tied for first in the Central? Interesting. Let's see. It is 158 for the Angels, over under of 8. Let's go over to the player props and see what we got cooking out here. So we're going to go player props and we're going to swap it to the actual next game. And then we got Jonathan Cannon and Soriano. Interesting. Let's look at that. Cannon, let's do a little matchup stuff. Cannon went 5-10 with a 4.49 last year. However, against the Angels, he did go 1-0 with a 2.84. Not bad. The Angels against righties for the whole season last year. You can see how they've done. Not the best. We're going to have Hape, only 264. 313 for this guy, but only 32 at bats. The numbers are not that good. Trout's finally back, but he was only 240 last year in his wonderful 96 at bats. I'm surprised he even had that many at bats. Hell, against Cannon, here's the history: over 2 for Logan, 167 for you, and then 1 for 4. Nothing standing out. Flop sides: Soriano, he was 6-7 with a 342. Chicago against righties last year. I mean, we got some green on there. Not bad. 2-5. Nothing impressive. There's nothing above a 2.5. Literally, that's the highest you get. Against Soriano last year, or just career since 2018, nothing. 0 for 1, 0 for 3, 0 for 1, 0 for 1. So again, nothing impressive in this one. Nothing stands out. Let's look at some props in this one then. Do 3. We'll see strikeouts for Cannon. He was like, didn't he have that game where he struck out a ton? Well, no, 7 was the most he ever did last year. No, that can't be right. It felt like there was more, unless I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, his number's 4.5. I don't like that. I'm not feeling that. I'm just not feeling that. 4.5 on a 4.5. No, I can't do that. Let's look at Soriano. Let's see what he did last year. 20 on his strikeouts. 4.7 on a 4.5 was his average. Head to head, he did not face anything. There's nothing stands up there. Head to head for you. Cannon's 2 games against the Angels last year. He had 7 strikeouts and 7 strikeouts. Well, hold up now, partner. Let me just back down that up a little bit. Yep, right there, back to back within a week. Huh. Well, I guess I found a play. We're taking Cannon. Okay, we're taking Cannon over 4.5 Ks. I mean, I got to go with that, right? That's just, yeah, he played 2. He struck him out twice. We already saw the numbers aren't that great. So let's take Cannon over 4.5 strikeouts. And because we're going based on this history right there. Let's take that next. All right, game 3 is going to be Minnesota and St. Louis. It is 124 Minnesota at 7.5. Let's go over to the props. Who is pitching? Joe Ryan and Eric Fetty. All right, cool. Let's open both of them up. We're going to dig deep in these two to see what we can find. Let's start with Joe Ryan. Matchup, his story. He went 9-9 last year with a 3.30 ERA versus Minnesota, 1-0 with a 1.06. Pretty good against Minnesota, not bad. Minnesota versus righties. That's a lot of green. That's a lot of green, Minnesota. So they did pretty well against righties last year, compared to their average, compared to their season stats overall. But 2.75, 2.61, 3.13 for Miranda. Miranda's always in the 300s though. So 2.03, 3.10 for Carlos. Not bad. Not bad. You can work with that. Good stuff. Against Eric in the career, over 2, 0 for 4, 1 for 7, 3 for 3. That's good. 1 for 5, but a home run for France. You can see the numbers there, how they stand out. So nothing impressive. Everything's kind of So let's flop to the other side. Let's pop over to Ryan, swap them up. Ryan went 7-7 with a 3-6 last year. St. Louis versus righties. They also had pretty good comparative average. You can see nobody's in the 3s though. That's the first thing that stands out. Against Ryan for the whole forever, 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 0 for 1, 1 for 2, 2 for 3. A few home runs in these few at bats though, so it could be something there, but nothing standing out so far. Let's go to strikeouts. Joe Ryan, what, bro? 4.5, really? That's what we're going with. What's your season like last year? You averaged 6.3. You went over this number a lot last year. Why is it so low? Are you not going to pitch many innings? Like, what is this? I expect you to pitch at least 5 innings. And if you can't get 5 strikeouts in 5 innings when you did this last year, you have regressed and you should not be as. No. I like Ryan's strikeouts already. I'm liking it. Let's look at the other side of it and go to Eric. Let's look at your strikeouts. Ooh, you are very all over the place. What is this? Good sir. Now, the 3 times you faced Minnesota last year, you hit 11, 5, and 7. Is there a thing where I can take both pitchers like a combined strikeout? That might be kind of cool. If anything, I might want to take the under too, because I don't know what to take. 2024, you averaged 4.9, but against the Twins, you averaged 7.6. So you like facing the Twins, don't you, good sir? Man, I could take both these dudes. Hell, I wish I could like combined over 8. I would love something like that. I'm sure PrizePicks has something crazy like that for this game. For this one, hell, I could take both and be happy. You know what? I might just do that. Ryan, are they both 4.5? And they are. They're literally both 4.5. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do both Ryan and Fetty over 4.5 Ks. Why not? I'm gonna do both of them. Why not? Have some fun. Yeah. I'll skip a few. There's some games coming up. I already know I'm 100% skipping because they just look bad. So we'll take both dudes to get 5 strikeouts. How about that? Next up is Baltimore and Toronto. I am 0-2 on the money lines in this series so far, so it's been rough. It is 124 Toronto this time with an 8.5. Let's look over at the. I want yesterday's results too. So that way I can always see what happened. It was 8-2. So both times I picked one side, the other team got that ass whooped. They whooped the ass really. So to the props, we got to look at the pitchers. We got Dean Kramer versus Scherzer. All right. I'm just gonna have like 17 strikeout props today. I can already feel it. Let me tell you. Why am I on walks allowed? No, I want strikeouts. Actually, we want matchup. We want to look at the history first. Scherzer, no. I'll start with Dean. Dean was 8-10 with a 4.09, and he went 0-1 against Toronto with a 10.3 ERA. Not good at all. Baltimore versus righties. Again, let me show you the numbers. This is last season. We don't have 2025 up yet. Give them a few days. I'm sure they'll start updating it, but hey, whatever. Boop, boop. Nothing. Yeah, a lot of mid to upper 2s. That's good. No 3s, though. There's no 3s. Again, Scherzer, historically, 1 for 2, 0 for 5. Anything standing out? 1 for 2 with a home run for Cowser or Colton. Nothing else is really standing out. So if we flop sides, go to Toronto, and we go to bang. We got Scherzer 2-4, 3.95 last year, 0-2 with a 7.36 ERA. Toronto against righties did absolutely amazing last year. You can see everything's green. We got multiple 300 dudes. We got high 200 dudes. That's what you want to see. Am I going to say Toronto money line again? I might. I might watch Baltimore win this one. Ah, man. Let's see. Let's look at history against Kramer. 17 at bats. Oh, Kirk, he has a 3.53 average, but no home runs, oddly enough. 217, 0 for 2, 0 for 5, 357 on 28 for Vladdy with 5 home runs. All right, Vlad really likes facing Kramer. That literally could be a home run parlay piece. If you want to do a little fun home run parlay, whatever, have some fun. 242 with a 292. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm leaning Toronto. Toronto has good bats. They have good history. They have the bats versus the righties. They have the history versus Kramer. Yeah, they're at home. I mean, what else do you need? Do you need anything else for a pick? I don't think I do. We'll look at this real quick. Strikeouts, 2024. You see what he did? 3.5. No, you might get rocked, my dude. I'm sorry. You might get rocked. Scherzer, old. I don't know what to do with him. So he's just old. Yeah, so we don't know how long he's going to pitch. I'm just going to keep it simple. We're going to go Toronto money line and just take that and move on to the next one. Next up, we got Philadelphia and Washington. It is 154 for Philly with a 9. Let's look over at not the schedule. Well, let's look. We're already here. What happened? Did you play yesterday? Philly? You did not. I didn't think you did, but hey, we got to check sometimes. So, all right, we're done with this game. We move on to Phillies and Nats. Jake Irvin and Jesus Luzardo. Okay, not a little bad matchup. Not bad. A little bad. What? Whatever. All right, let's break it down. Irvin went 10-14 last year with a 4.41. 0-3 versus Philly with a 7.5. So Philly likes facing this dude. So that's already a Philly lean right there. Let's look at how Philly did against righties. That is not a Philly lean. What the hell, Philly? Well, these are not bad. It is better against lefties. 2.77 is not bad. 2.76, 3.10, 2.57. They're all mid to upper 2s, which is actually good compared to like half the league. So against Jake Irvin, how have you done? You are 5 for 9 with a home run. Pretty good, Romuto. 0.77 Schwarber. What is this? What is this? Bush League. That's what that is. 217, 429 for Sosa. You can see the numbers there. Cool. Flop it up. Pop. Yeah, we want Luzardo versus Washington now. Yes, indeed. He was 3-6, 5 ERA against Washington. He had a 3.6, but he was 0-1. 3-6 is better than a season average. Washington versus this man right here. You can see how they have done. Let me scroll down a little bit. 417 with 12 at bats, 506. 1 for 4. Yeah. What is that? 1 for 16, 2 for 16, 3 for. It's somewhere in there. It's not good. Not the best numbers. Not only one is Bell with a home run. And then Young with the home run, not the best, not the best. Then that's not good for Washington. So immediately, I'm still leaning Philly money line at 154. Yeah, absolutely. Money line parlay. I'm already building one up. Toronto, Philly. Let's get in the parlay. Last year, hits allowed 4.5, walks. Nope. Strikeouts. Yeah, you can see all that. Earned runs he got a little worse as the season went on. You can see. So, yeah, and then let's look at Luzardo. Last season hits. He didn't pitch in that many games. Why we don't? They don't have walks for last year. Apparently, good to know. Let's see, earned runs. Yep, yeah, we're going Philly. We're just gonna keep it simple today. PHI money line. PHI money line right there. Boom. Next. All right, next up we got the Gabba Guardians versus the Royals with cheese. Let's see, it's 120 for KC with an 8.5. Let's come over. Did y'all play yesterday? I believe you did not. Nope. Another team that was off. Interesting. Look at the props. Gavin Williams, Seth Lugo, couple good ones, but believe. Let's look at the numbers, see if I'm right. Lugo, history, or just last year, which is history. 16-9, pretty good season. 3 ERA, 2-0 versus Cleveland with a 284. That's impressive. We can see how Cleveland hits the righties right here. No, it was 280, 100, 191 is not good. 219, what? 254 for Jose. Only had a 254 versus righties? Bro. That ain't good at all. 097. Okay, Cleveland struggled a little bit, didn't they? Against Lugo, though, how'd they do? Well, he was 1 for 3, 2 for 4, 0 for 6, literally 2 for 10, 13 at bats for the 1 home run. The only hit he had was a home run. Okay, it looks like Cleveland does struggle against Lugo, so Lugo does pretty well. That's what we're seeing here. Let's swap it up and see how Gavin does against KC. Gavin, 3-10 record last year, 486, 225 against KC with a 1-1 record, though. Noteworthy. Furman, 5-7-1 and 7 at bats, 4-2-9, 7 at bats, and then over 9. Wow, over 9. Oh, jeez, y'all suck. Bobby Witt, 154. Bobby freaking Witt. Okay, these pitchers are they should crush these dudes. What's the total? 8.5. Oh man, and then I get to rely on Cleveland's bullpen, which is one of the top ones we always know. And then KC's not bad. So all right, I'm already leaning under. I'm leaning the under 8.5. That tells you a lot. I hate unders. Strikeouts, see if you want to see. There you go. Not walks. Earned runs. Yeah, pitching outs. There's your numbers there. Let me show you Lugo. Hits, strikeouts. Yeah, it's all over the place. Pitching outs. Yeah. No, this one, we're going to keep it good. We're going to go under 8.5 in this one because I trust Cleveland's bullpen. Casey's got a decent one. The pitchers we saw have great history versus both sides have good history against the batters. Yeah, let's under 8.5 next. Next game up is San Fran and Cincy. It is a basically pick 'em with an 8.5. Let's go over to the pitchers. We got Verlander going up against Lodolo. You can see those two right there. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start with Verlander versus Cincy first. So Verlander 5-6, 5.48, 9.64, 0-1 versus Cincy last year. You can see all the information here. Cincy versus righties, pretty good on their average, but they're like kind of mid twos. There's a 284, 262, 27. Everything else is below 25. That ain't good. Green is good, but that's compared to their season average. Overall, not the best. Against Verlander, you can see how they've done. He is literally 2 for 7, or is that 3 for 7? I think it's 2 for 7. That's 2 for 9, I know, with a home run. 2 for 5 with a home run. Just not the best. Not the best. Ellie's 0 for 1. Yeah, you can see all that there. We flop it over and go to the other side, and we go Lodolo versus San Fran. San Fran loves lefties. It doesn't. That's what they do. Go ahead and yeah. Versus lefties. There we go. Got it right here. So you can see how they did 370, 324, 311, 318. They love lefties. San Fran loves it just like San Diego loves righties. That was a thing last year. At one point, this entire list was green for lefties. It was crazy. So against Lodolo, you see how they've done. Not many. It's just one game worth, except for 200 average there, and then Lodolo was 9-6 with a 4.76. I don't love this game. I don't know what to take in this one. I lean one way. I lean San Fran because of the lefty thing, but I need to see if that continues this year. So for me personally, I like San Fran money line, but I don't love San Fran money line, so I'm going to pass right here and just move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Colorado and Tampa, and it's 190 Tampa, but there's one thing that I don't like doing, And I don't like taking teams that just won on a walk-off. It sounds weird, but something about all that outburst of emotion, it tends to like kind of make you affects you the next day. I don't know. It's weird. I don't. There's numbers based on it. I haven't looked it up. I personally don't like it. Like I'm not going to back Tampa today because they just had to walk up and everything's crazy. Now they're like, okay, now we have to come back. We have to go sleep, wake up. You see how that works? Tampa's playing in the minor league ballpark. It's 11,000 people. It's already warm and sticky outside. I know. I live here, so it is currently 190 with an 8. I'll show you everything, but unless something really jumps out, I'm probably not playing it. So it's Zach versus Antonio Sins. Oh, this dude last year. Oh, buddy. Okay, let's look. What is this? Oh, yeah. Shane's out. He's out for a while. Yeah, nerve-related tricep injury. That don't sound good. Let's dig deeper, shall we? Zach went 8-10, 3.63 against Colorado. He is 1-8. Not bad. Colorado versus righties. Okay, Colorado should be known for their bats. 2-2, 2-2, 2-6, 2-5, 1-8, 1-9, 1-7. Yeah, not the best numbers. Not the worst, but not the best either. Again, Zach historically, 0 for 2, 1 for 7, 1 for 7, 1 for 5. You can see the numbers there, not the best. We flop to the other side. We go to Antonio versus him. Antonio went 0-1 with a 6.57, only 12.1 innings pitched. Obviously, he was out forever because he was recovering from surgery. Before that, dude was a stud. We know this, but let's see how he does because he didn't have any. He waited. They brought him at the end of the season to get some action. Obviously, it makes sense. There is no history versus anybody. This is how Tampa hit righties last year, if you want to know. There's your numbers. But yeah, so we have an unknown at pitcher who hasn't really done anything since 2023 at the earliest, maybe 2022. It's been a minute. We're in 2025 now. We got Tampa just had a crazy last walk-off. I'll show you the other props, but I'm not going to be taking that. Let's see, that's hits for old Zach. This is strikeouts. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Let's pop to the other side with him. Earned runs. Yeah. His 3 games last year, 2-1-6, but that was the Dodgers. Come on. In Coors Field. So strikeouts, hits. Yeah, I'm not. This is a pass. Next. All right, next up we have Pittsburgh and Miami, and it is still a pick'em, slightly in Pittsburgh with an 8.5. They did play yesterday, and Pittsburgh won 4-3. So yeah. Yeah, see, Miami had to walk off 2 days ago, and then they lost the next day. See my theory? I don't know. So it's a weird theory. It's something about the outburst of emotions. It works. It's the same thing in football. It's the same thing in basketball. When you have a major upset, it's hard to get that energy, just get the motivation back up. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So, yeah, let's pop over to props, see what we got today. Oh, buddy. All right, we got Belozo versus Falter. Let's look at these two a little closer, shall we? Belozo versus Pittsburgh. Belozo went 3-4 with a 3.67, 0-1 with a 1.69 versus Pitt. Not bad. Pretty damn good. It was only 5 innings, let's be honest. Pittsburgh versus righties. Let's show you. That's a lot of green, but is it good green? That's the question. 2.7 is good. 2.5, 2.4, 2.7. 1.94 is not good. I don't care how green it is. That's garbage. 234, 219 is not that good. 282, 211, 206, not the best numbers. Against Belozo, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Home run for Cruz. A cruise missile, if you will. So, flop it up. Let's see what we got. Falter, 8-9, 4.43, 4.76, and 11 innings versus Miami for his career. And we can see that. Against Falter, let's look down. 0 for 7, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 1. He's given up 1 hit. Against lefties, here's how Miami did. 1 at bats, nothing. 2 at bats, nothing. We have a 300 here. We have a 306. We got a couple. We got a 300 here. Oh, Edwards. Yeah, Edwards was great at getting on base. Dude's good last year. I remember it took him a bunch last year before he got hurt. When he got hurt, I was sad because that was a moneymaker for us. Oh, okay. But he's back. That's great. It's good stuff. I think he's back. I have no clue. I have to look. So, anywho, to the props. What is this? Hits a lot. Oh, yeah. He gives up a lot of hits, doesn't he? 5.8 on the whole season last year is what he allowed. You see what he gave up. I see all these injuries. I don't need to see all these injuries. Can I turn that off? It's like, yeah, let's look at earned runs. He don't give up that many earned runs. Only a 2.1 average. Not bad. Allowed runs. Strikeouts, he is 3.5. That's not good. I think hits is his thing. Like 4.5, he'll average 5.3. If I'm going to take something, it'd be over 4.5 hits. But Pittsburgh's bats kind of concern me. And we look at Falter. Falter earned runs. 2.8 was his average last 10. Last year was 2.5, which is exactly where he is. Perfect perfect as things should be. 3.4, 3.5. They're making the numbers pretty easy and straightforward. 4.9, 4.5. Yeah, not feeling this. I'm going to pass on this one too. Next. All right, next game up is going to be Boston versus Texas. Slight lean to Texas with a 9 total. Looking over at the props because they played yesterday. Texas won 4-1. The pitchers, we have Buehler and Tyler himself. So let's look at the little closer. Let's swap these two up. So we got Buehler, 1-6, 5.3 against Texas, 3.6 ERA. Texas against righties, we can see how they've done. 2.5, 2.4, 2.9, 2.6, 2.6, 2.8. Not bad, not amazing, but not bad overall. Against Buehler in the career, in the history, we do have a couple home runs out there. A lot of green averages, not many at bats though. So the only one that actually is Jock with a 3. He went 3 for 10. So 2 for 5, 3 for 10. You see everything there. Cool, right? From now, let's swap it up. So we want to go you versus Boston. 0-1, 4.97 last year. Boston, 3.86 ERA. Historically, only 4 innings. Boston versus righties, you can see how they do. A lot of high twos, what you want to see. Love that. Love seeing things like that. Against Tyler, not much data. Story has not been good. That's a fact. Buck 33 and 15 at bats is not good. 3 for 9. Nothing's really standing out here so far. Let's see if we have anything else. Hits, he got better as it looked like it went on. He averaged 5.3 in the season last year. His number's 4.5. I'm already leaning over. Let's see what else we got. Strikeouts. No, God, no. That looks good. Does not look good. Earned runs, 2.68 on 2.5. Maybe, no. I would take the hits or anything. Tyler, what's up, buddy? All we have are strikeouts in your 3 games last year. That's all you did. You had 2, 7, 1. But the 7 was actually against Boston football teams. So, hey, there you go. Your number is 4.5, though. So, do we want to trust that? You had 2 against Houston and 1 against Minnesota, but you crushed. Now, remember, I don't know if you remember this or not. I just remembered it. Boston was one of the worst strikeout teams in the entire league last year. They were hovering that 29 to 30 range a lot. So, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. I think he can get. I think he can do that. So we're gonna go MAHLE over 4.5 strikeouts. Everyone's 4.5 today. I'm not mad at it, but so we're gonna take him to get 5 strikeouts. Move on to the next game. Next up is Mets and Houston, and we're sitting on Houston slightly favored, 8.5. Let's look at the props. Pull up the right props. Swap. Nope, we're already there. Nice. Oh, it's Edighetti spaghetti time, baby. I forgot about this dude. Man, dude was a strikeout machine. I'm gonna take a strikeout. What is it? 6? Oh, 6.5. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Props. I mean, not props. Info. He went 7-13 with a 4.53, but man, he struck out a bunch of dudes. He's never faced the Mets. Let's see the Mets against righties. You see how they do. A lot of 2s. You can see nothing really stands out there. Against Edighetti, 2 for 3 with a home run for Soto, of course, and 0 for 3. We swap it up to this. Now we got Cannon, who was with the Angels last year. Now he is with the Mets. So, you can see, wait, he was 6-13. The other guy was 7-13. Okay, cool. 15 innings against Houston. He has a 5.1 ERA. That ain't good. This might, yeah, I think I might be taking Houston. I think I might be taking Houston money line here as well. I'm starting to think. Looking at the numbers, 538 on 13 at bats. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Calm down. Pump the brakes. What is this line? 538, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 1.7 OPS, 1.8 OPS. Bro, chill. Like, all right. Let's look at the things. Arrigetti, strikeouts, please. 2024. He averaged 5.9. That was a beautiful stretch. This was beautiful. And look, Boston. Of course it was. Oh, Boston. Yes. Let's see. Earned runs. Yeah, popped up. Let's see. Hits. He do give up hits. 4.9. His number's 3.5. He averaged 5 last season. I'm leaning Houston, but now I might just lean this. Hell, let's look at Canning. Griffin, what you got, buddy? 2024, what'd you do? That was your strikeouts all year. You averaged 4, you're at 3.5. Earned runs, 3.1, you're at 2.5. Not bad, not bad. I think I'm going to go Arrigetti hits allowed because that's a lot of damn hits. You're facing the Mets, who do have some pop in the bats. Let's see. Let's go back to the thing. There's the Mets. Yeah, we got a bunch of 2s and upper 2s. I think they can get 4 hits off this man, don't you think? I think they can. I think they can. So we're going to take New York Mets. Oh, not Mets. We're going to take Spencer Arrigetti over 3.5 hits allowed. HA hits allowed. So we're gonna take that. He can give up. He'll give up 4 hits. I have faith in this man. Next up, Atlanta, San Diego. 140 for Atlanta on the road. 8 is our total. They played yesterday. San Diego won 4-2-3. Going to the props, we got Schwellenbach versus Vasquez. Man, I keep forgetting all these people pitched last year. It's like when baseball ended, I just blocked it out because I was like, other sports, football, basketball. Yeah, now it's like I gotta remember who was who. And then it's like you see them in different uniforms. It's like, whoa, where'd you go? Why'd you move teams? But Spencer, yeah, dude was a strikeout man last year for faux show. Let's look at the matchups. Let's start with Schwellenbach. He was 8-7 with a 3.35 last year against San Diego. 7 innings, 1-2-9, pretty good. Atlanta versus, no, I want San Diego versus, thank you. San Diego versus I told you San Diego light righties earlier. I wasn't kidding. This is them. Look at that. And then the one red, 303. But everybody else, everything else green, lots of green. Against Schwellenbach, you can see over 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 8. Yeah, you can see no home runs though, pretty good. We flop it up and we go to Vasquez, 4-7, 4.87 with a 4.09, 0-2 against Atlanta in his career with over 11 innings. Man, home run here, basically 3 for 5, 3 for 5, 3 for what? 3 for 6, 3 for 5. Man, I try to do his math this Saturday morning. Try to make me do all this math early. I don't know what I would take in this one, to be honest. TBH. Strikeouts? Potentially I could. He did have that stretch where he was just mowing everyone down. But we do know that San Diego not only is great at hitting righties, what is one thing San Diego you never do? If you were here last year, you know the answer to this question. What do you never do against San Diego? I'm not even gonna tell you. You'll have to figure it out. I'm kidding. I'll tell you. You don't take strikeout props against San Diego. Something about them. San Diego, Cleveland. Oh God, it's a Cleveland, didn't I? No, I took the under, thankfully. San Diego, Cleveland. San Diego averaged 4 strikeouts a game last year. 4 total. The whole game. Yeah, not a shot. Can't do that. He looks good. He might do it. He very well could. See, he faced him last year. That's what he got. He had 3. So, yeah, I'm telling you right now. If the same team, if they do what they did last year, it's going to be, yeah, don't do it. So I personally, I'm not touching this game. This game's kind of, I'm passing. Next up, we got Cubs in Arizona, and it's down here. It is Arizona 120, 8.5 is our total. We go to the props. Yesterday, Arizona 8, Chicago 1. Good job. Arizona's what, 2-0 now? 3-0? 1-1. Never mind. I forgot Cubs won the first game. Ha! How dare I? The Cubs are sitting at a lovely 1-3 though, but hey, they had to place the Dodgers twice before anybody else did. Brandon Fat is going up against Shota. Let's see what they got going on over here. Let's do the matchup like we always do. No, Brandon was 11-10 with a 4.71 last year. He has 14 innings versus the Cubs with a 1.29. Pretty damn good, actually. Chicago versus the righties. Oh, we got a 300 for Tucker, who's still, 286. You see the numbers. We got a bunch of we got some 2s, some mid 2s, no 3s. Nothing impressive. Against Brandon, you can see how they've done this year. Not this year, forever. 0 for 11 is Ian Happ. Bro, what are you doing? What is you doing, good sir? 0 for 8 is Suzuki. Okay, he does pretty well against the Cubs. Okay, Arizona money line. Welcome to the list. I'm gonna tell you right now. Now we swap it up. We go Shota versus Arizona. Shota, 15-3. Beast. He went 7 innings, $1.29 ERA versus Arizona. Let's see. Against lefties, how does Arizona do? 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. God, they are turning into the Giants, aren't they? Shota, how did you do against these dudes ever? Oh, this is all one game. You can tell. You can see the game. He had a home run to Suarez, but other than that, yeah, looks pretty good. I don't really want to mess with props in this one. We're going to keep it absolutely a buck. Keep it simple. We're going Arizona money line. They're at home. Chicago's 1-3. Chicago will have a rough year, I think. I just think they will. So you can see, I'll show you everything though. Earned runs. Let me scroll so you can see it. We'll see hits, strikeouts. Everybody loves them. Some strikeouts. There you go. He can pop off. He can pop off against Chicago. He might pop off against Chicago, to be honest. Head to head, he had 6-7. And if we come over here to Shota always good for strikeouts. Mostly, no, not against the Dodgers, he wasn't. Earned runs, hits, you can see it head to head. He had, so I'm just taking Arizona money line next. Detroit Dodgers is up next, and it is 205 for the Dodgers, 8 because, Rough times we see. Let's come to the props. And we got Reese Olson going up against Sasaki. Interesting. Let's look at the matchups. Well, we're obviously not going to get many information for Sasaki, obviously. So there you go. It's his first official. Well, not first official, but yeah, you get the point. Let's see. Against righties, not Dodgers. That's the D. Detroit decided against righties 108, 186, 207, 191, 19. Ooh, nothing good. We have a 255. We have a 305 for Carpenter, but that is not good. That is not good at all. Never faced, obviously. Flop it up to the other side. We got Olsen versus the Doyers. 4-8, 352. Never faced Dodgers, actually. And we can see the numbers. Only one game. Well, not one game, but these guys have faced him at some point. You can see, Muncy has a home run off him. Okay. A lot of nothing. So we don't really have anything here. So let's take a look at props, see if anything stands out here. Because so far, I don't have anything. We'll start with strikeouts for Olsen. Olsen is not really a strikeout dude, is he? Sometimes he is, but not much. 2024. Well, oh, I can do that. Sweet. 2024. Let's come down and look. Yeah, not the best. Not the best at all. And then we swap over to the other pitcher. Sasaki. Obviously, I don't have anything. He does have one game in 2025. We see he has one run, 3 strikeouts, and how many hits did you give up? 1. So not much information. I don't like how there's like nothing here. So I think for this one, I lean Dodgers obviously to win money line, of course, because Detroit's not. But Dodgers are 205. I'll probably put the Dodgers in a money line parlay, but I'm not going to take them outright. Am I? Yes, I am. Dodgers minus 1.5. We're going for it, baby. We're going for it. We're taking, I think, probably the better pitcher against a much more superior offense. Detroit's offense is not good. They don't look good. So I'm going to take Dodgers 1.5 next. Last up, Athletics, Mariners, and we can see Seattle 156 with a 7.5 total. Let's look over at the props. We know the Athletics won 7-0 yesterday. Beast. Let's look at the props. Bryce Miller's going up against Beto, however you say that, doesn't matter. Bryce Miller out. Let's do the little matchup first. 12-8, 294 against Oakland. Yeah, this was against Oakland. Yeah, when he faced them, they were Oakland, so I can say that. 6 innings. I'll see how the Athletics do against righties last year. 226, 235, and they got some. They got a little pop, not much, but they got some. Against Bryce Miller, Butler is 2 for 2 with a home run, 3.5 OPS, pretty good. Only 2 at bats. You can't really. 0 for 6, 0 for 5, 0 for 3, 0 for 5. Not the best. Let's swap sides. Let's go to Beto. Beto was 5-3, 341, 675 against Seattle and only 5 innings. Not good. History versus the Mariners. 500, 100. Yeah, he did not have a good game, did he? This is all one game, you can tell. Against righties, this is how the Mariners do. We got a few hundreds out here. This is ugly. This is already ugly, but I'm already leaning Seattle, but I don't love Seattle. That makes sense. Yeah. So strikeouts, how did you do last year? 2024, you averaged 5.2 on a 5.5. Doesn't help me. Hits, 4.2 on a 4.5. Doesn't help me. And how'd you do in your outs? You were basically 17.5, which is your thing, of course. Beto hits 2.8 on a 3.5. Let's go 2024. Yeah, 3.6. That's better. Strikeouts 5.3. Yeah, I am not liking this. I lean Seattle, but again, I don't love Seattle, so I'm going to just pass on this and end. But I am going to enter a new column below, and we're going to call it a moneyline parlay. We like doing moneyline parlays in baseball. I don't know why. I just like doing them. There's so many games every day, and they're all pretty close, so it's like, why not? So I'm just going to take all the money lines I had and stick them together. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So a 5 gamer. Why not? So let's have some fun with that. So that's all the plays. We are done. 15 games. Man, baseball's back. Has a lot of games. So tomorrow is Sunday, and we have another giant slate of games. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Oh, only 13. I'll be here tomorrow. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing. Go to the HQ if you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheets, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more MLB. Peace.